influencers and content creators will create applications, will create subpar and inferior workouts and charge a lot of money to milk people for that money for a short period of time before their business becomes redundant and they kind of fade into the abyss of irrelevancy online, but they've made a quick buck so they can probably justify doing so and retire early. Caroline is back. Obviously, a lot of us kind of theorized and pondered where she had gone. And obviously, I did a video on this a few months ago, actually, because Caroline has actually been gone for quite a long time. And we spoke about, I spoke about how she could be take time for herself, she could be working on her family, she could be working on her mental health, she could be doing so many things. And one of the things we kind of pondered, or a lot of people did ponder, was whether she was creating an app. And it looks like that's exactly what she's been doing this whole time. And we're actually going to talk about her app, and we're going to talk about apps in general and why a lot of creators, including myself to an extent, have gone down the kind of venture of applications for their fitness journey. So the app will probably be on screen throughout this video because I do have it, I have acquired it, I have signed up to it so I can get a better understanding of what she's providing and actually to kind of give my input whether I think it's actually worth it for those who choose to follow her workouts. The app is very similar to a lot of other fitness apps. There's a basic calendar on there are progression tests, there are statistics regarding your consistency, how many workouts you've done, how many workouts you have planned, all those bits and bobs. But the thing that really kind of think separates Caroline's app from a lot of other apps I have seen, not all of them, but a lot of other ones, is how extensively she has planned the workouts that she has prepared for the application. So obviously in her time off, it's clear that she hasn't not just isolated all that time to the development of the app itself as a skeleton, but has actually invested a lot of that time into the development and creation of workouts that she can feature on the app that tailor to a lot of individuals. So you'll see you've got beginner workouts, you've got more intermediate advanced workouts, arm workouts, upper body workouts, you've got outdoor kettlebell workouts. You have a lot of variation regarding the workout she is providing beyond what she was typically providing on her YouTube channel. You know my thoughts on Caroline and her YouTube channel. I've spoken very highly of it many times in the past. I think she was creating a lot of content, but I can also understand how a lot of that content could be getting a little bit stale because again, a lot of those workouts were very much isolated to within the home environment with some very basic or no equipment. Now she's kind of taking it out a bit by saying actually, although she's keeping consistent with that, there are some outdoor workouts as well. Just small things and small changes in scenery and environment to make a big difference regarding the quality of the content and also just how it's broken up to an extent. And one of the things I actually quite like about the app is how she doesn't just bombard you with all of her workouts straight away. Although there are a lot of workouts already featured on there, ready for you to perform and complete as you see fit, or maybe even ready for you to schedule in the future if you want to schedule them, there are also workouts that she's got pending. So for example, she may have a workout that's dropping on the 1st of May, which is going to be a whole new series for the app. She's going to be behind the scenes creating content, pre-uploading it, and allowing you to see what's to come, so you can say actually that one looks really good, I'm going to save that for when that drops in June, but until then I'll probably do this workout series instead to kind of get me ready for it. So you may do a beginner workout series for the next 30 days or so, but then when a more intermediate advanced workout series drops in a month or so, you're ready and prepped because you've done your preparation for that more intense and potentially more difficult workout series. And these aren't just a few workouts. If you scroll through the individual workouts that she has included, you've got singular workouts such as the outdoor box circuit, outdoor kettlebell cardio, you've got rowing workout, you've got battle rope circuit, you've got the 25 minutes of all lunges, or you can go down to more popular workouts such as shoulders and arms, straight sets, ultimate beginner day one, which is part of a program I'm going to discuss very shortly, banded bodyweight glutes, 1 hour full body, dumbbell ab circuit, tucks and sweeps abs, bodyweight lunges workout, drop set shoulders, hamstrings workout, all mat abs. There are a lot of individual workouts to choose from. These workouts may just be simple 10, 20, 1 hour workouts as standalone workouts, but in addition to that, you've also got workout programs to follow. So the one she's currently got going on, and the only one that I believe that she has released, is the Ultimate Beginner Program, which is a 20 workout series for beginners where it essentially goes through day 1, day 2, day 3, etc., which kind of talks about full body, and obviously each of them's going to have a different emphasis and different exercises and whatnot, so like a workout program would. When you click on them specifically, you've got, let's say, Ultimate Beginner Day 9. It gives you a description of what to be expected, what's going to be included, gives you a description of everything that's to come, in addition to what's been worked, so full body, an idea of what equipment you might need, who's participated in this workout, who's commented on this workout, and what's next. In addition to that, and some of the other workouts, that actually tells you what weight Caroline is actually using herself for reference, which I think is fantastic. And you've got the Beast Mode program, which is dropping on the 1st of May, which is going to be more strength focused, it seems, regimes for more intermediate to advanced lifters or fitness enthusiasts, which again is pre-prep to release on the 1st of May, which you can then follow from that release date. So from a quality of content perspective, honestly, genuinely, Caroline has really smashed it. Essentially what she's doing is taking her YouTube format, putting a bit more effort into it, and simply place it into a paid application, which I think is actually a really wise thing to do, because YouTube fitness isn't booming as it used to. Back during the events of 2020, 2021, etc., when a lot of people are at home, YouTube fitness was really blowing up, and you were making some good moves in the fitness scene. But as things have kind of normalized a bit and people are kind of able to explore a bit further, it seems like YouTube fitness is slowing down a lot. Granted, I think there's always going to be a market for it to some extent. It's just, I think at this time, it's probably wise for people like Caroline, who have really built their brand and their business off YouTube fitness and follow along workouts at home, to step it up a gear and take that into a paid application format, which is exactly what she's done, which I fully back and fully respect. The thing that I really appreciate is how affordable it is. For what you're being offered, I think £9.99 per month with a 2-week free trial and a discount, I believe, if you buy for a year, I think is really fair. Genuinely, if it were aligning with my goals and it was something that I would consider investing in, I think that's a very reasonable amount of money for all of what you're being provided. I think Caroline could probably get away with charging a lot more than that if she wanted to, but keeping that price range within the affordable bracket encourages a lot more people to get into her workouts and into fitness, which is fantastic. Doesn't leave those who follow her YouTube workouts for free online disheartened, and also gives you the option to continue following her YouTube workouts online, because as far as I'm aware, she's going to keep them up there. It's just if you want access to more content and newer content that she's going to be regularly providing, then I think the application is probably actually a really wise route to go down, especially if you are keen to train along with Caroline as best as possible and want to really milk her workouts for what they're worth. If Caroline appeals to you and Caroline aligns with your goals and her workouts align with your goals, I genuinely would seriously consider her application. At the time of recording this video, it was only released today. From first look, I am very impressed. And I'm not speaking too much about her workouts, because from what I've seen, they very much align with what we've already seen on her YouTube channel, but I can certainly explore them in greater detail in future if you would like me to. But that kind of brings us on to the kind of final bit of this topic, is why she done this. I've kind of already alluded to this by saying YouTube fitness has slowed down a lot. I think as a means of staying relevant and to keep a business sustainable and alive, she needs to start moving on to paid platforms like many people do, and many people I believe should, but also because YouTube doesn't pay as well as you think it does. I think, again, this varies per person, it really does depend, but you're going to get a few pounds per 1,000 views or so, and ultimately that's great, that's fantastic, but workouts like Caroline's and just videos in general do take a lot more time than many people may think. I'm not saying it's a particularly strenuous job, because at the end of the day, for example, me, I'm sat in front of a computer editing and filming. It's fun for me, it's exciting because I get to research things I care about and talk about things I care about. For Caroline, when she's actually engaging in those workouts herself, it might be a bit more taxing because she has to pre-plan a lot of workouts, upload them, edit them, do all those things and make them really presentable. So moving on to a paid platform, I think really does ramp up that return on investment, which is something I think she really needs at this stage. I think a lot of people do, especially if they want to keep their business alive. And a lot of us, including myself, have built a business through YouTube fitness and would like to keep that going, because for many of us, it's a passion and a dream. And why would we want to lose that? And why would we want to kind of take a step back when we've taken so many steps forward when it comes to building something? Which is exactly why I release my programs on the Train Heroic app, and also exactly why I do coaching, and also exactly why I release workout guides and programs for you guys to acquire and follow. Because again, essentially, YouTube's not going to be around forever, and I want to be able to provide information and benefit to people for as long as possible through the business of TFNL. If I want to keep that going, I have to be able to provide things for people, which is obviously going to come with a cost, because I'm not getting paid for providing those like I would do through YouTube. But that's also exactly why I don't make anything I produce expensive. Like I said, the Train Heroic platform, which is a group coaching platform in which I update and upload programs for you to follow as a community and get involved in the message center and kind of talk to you guys when you have questions and have a look at what you're doing, it is cheaper than your Netflix subscription. The workout guides and the workout programs like the growth guide and the home workout handbook, again, are a lot cheaper than many others online, despite months of work going into them and them having 50, 80 plus pages with 30 plus weeks of programming. I'm not here to make it unaffordable. I'm not here to prevent people from being able to access what I deem to be really useful and beneficial fitness information to help them along their journey. I know influencers who are charging up to $300 for a program, which in my eyes, I deem to be less effective and less thorough than the workouts I've provided for less than 10% of that price. Because again, despite me wanting to make this a business and currently work on making this a business, I think you can make your brand a business and allow your business to thrive without ripping people off. I'm trying to make it very accessible for a lot of people to first of all encourage people to acquire the guides, but also to encourage people to acquire good information and not be deterred or intimidated by the price point. I think Caroline, to a large extent with her app, is actually doing the same thing, which I really appreciate and really respect. I think fitness is changing. YouTube fitness is changing. Applications, coaching, group coaching, things like that are going to become the big thing. I think they already have become the big thing. I think that growth is necessary if people want to build a sustainable business stemming off their development on YouTube as a content creator. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do as well, which is why I fully back and fully support what Caroline's doing. And I genuinely believe if Caroline's workouts are something that appeal to you, and Caroline's workouts align with your goals and make you happy, and you are able to afford what she is providing, being her application, from first look and first glance at this stage, say I would be very happy spending that money personally on her application and think it's well worth the investment. And I can't say that for everybody. I've seen some applications where influencers and content creators will create applications, will create subpar and inferior workouts and charge a lot of money to milk people for that money for a short period of time before their business becomes redundant and they kind of fade into the abyss of irrelevancy online, but they've made a quick buck so they can probably justify doing so and retire early. Sadly, that's very common in the industry. Sadly, a lot of people are after your money and don't have a lot of care for their audience, which is really unfortunate, and sadly that's going to continue to be a problem. But I think it's really important and really valuable when creators like Caroline come along, and I like to think myself as well, who do have a care for their audience, who do want to make things affordable, and who do want to provide people with good quality fitness information, resources and help to aid them along their journey. I'm sorry about the waffle and the ramble. At least my voice sounds a lot better now, which is good. I'm well again. I just wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on that, and I think it's fantastic to see that Caroline's back. I'm really glad that she's produced something of such high quality. Thank you for tolerating me. Thank you for tolerating my endless waffle about things I always waffle about, and thank you for tolerating the video.